Welcome back. In this video, we are going to talk about the dates and starting balance to get us started in our budgeting. Now, you don't have to start in January. You can start in whatever month you're in. So, like right now, I'm in July. So, I'm going to go to July here. And our starting date is what we want to be concerned with. Now you need to determine how you want your dates to run, whether you want them to be Monday through Sunday, or since maybe you get paid on a Friday, so you want that to be your starting date. You just need to determine how you want them to start. Like, for instance, I'll start mine on Mondays. Let's say Monday, so my starting date needs to be either the June the 27th or the 4th, 11th, wherever it is I'm wanting to start. However, I want my months to start. And that's what you need to determine, how you want your month to start. So I like for whatever day the first falls on, like the first of each month, I like for that to be in my first week. So I want my calendars to start on Monday. If you get paid on Fridays and you want yours to start on Fridays, then you can do that however you want to do it. But I want mine to start on Monday, and I want the first to fall in whatever Monday will start me out. So that means I can't do the 4th because the first is behind me. I can't do whatever the next Monday is this way up into June because the first is the week ahead. So I will need to start my week on June the 27th so that the first falls in my week. Okay? So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to change this to June 27th. Alright? Now, when you're doing this, if you have a message that pops up and says, heads up, you're about to change something, and if you meant to change that, then click OK and go ahead and change it. That's only a warning to let you know that you're about to change a formula, and unless you know how to work in Google Sheets and stuff like that, then you may have a little bit of a hard time getting the formula back. So it just kind of gives you a heads up in case you accidentally fat fingered something and you didn't mean to make that change. But if you meant to make it, just click OK and go ahead with your change, okay? So I entered 6/27. When I did that, it automatically put out the dates for the rest of the month, and you see the first falls in this date. Now, as I go through the remainder of my months, I want to go to each tab. So I'm in July, and I want to make sure this first week has the first in it. Now, once you fill out that first date, you shouldn't have to fill out any more dates. All you got to do is decide if you want to delete out this 5th week, because each one of these shows a 5th week, because you have some months, I think there's like 3 months, 3 or 4 out of the year that has 5 weeks in them. So you are going to have some months with 5 weeks. Most have 4. So that's why you got to go through. The first thing you want to do is enter in your starting date and go through the rest of the calendar months to determine if you want it to be a 4-week or a 5-week month. I want my first week to show the first day of that week. So as I can see right over here, this is the 25th through the 31st. That does not show the first, so that's okay to stay. I'm going to go to August, and you'll see that it carried on over August 1st. See over here in July, the last day was July 31st, and this automatically populated to August 1st. This is the first, so that's where I want it to start. If I get here to the end, you'll see from 8/29 to September 1st or September 4th. That includes my first day that I like to be in my first week. So that means I'm going to delete this. When I delete that, it will automatically change. Right now, if you go to September, it'll show September 5th right here. But whenever I delete this, it will automatically change that September 5th to August 29th because it'll follow that one since I deleted this one. So I'm going to delete that. I'm going to go to September, and you'll see it says August 29th. This is my first. All right, so let's go to the last week. That shows my first, so I'm going to delete this. And that's what you got to determine. And this right here is my 4-week months. July was my 5-week. August is a 4-week. September is a 4-week. October is going to be a 5-week. This is the first of the month, the first day. And if you get to the end, it does not show the first. All right, so let's go to November. The last shows the first, so I'm going to delete it. And that's really what I look at, is I look at that very last week on each one to see if it has the date that I want to start my next month with. And if it does, then I delete it so that it will auto-populate over here. And then at the very end, you'll see that the first of the next year is in the last column, so I am deleting it. So now I have my dates ready. If you start this in July, you'll do it just like I did. If you are starting in January, then you'll start in January. If you are starting this in March, then you'll go to the March tab, and that's where you'll start it at, and you'll just work forward. You don't have to do anything backwards. What's in the past is in the past. These spreadsheets are set up to move forward, not backwards. All right? So now that we have our dates set up, let's go back to July. We got all of our dates for the year ready. Now we want to talk about starting balance. So right now you'll see that this says 0. That's because you're starting a brand new spreadsheet with no money. So if you are starting this spreadsheet and in your cash envelopes or in your bank or whatever it is that you use to hold your money, if you have some money in there, then this area right here where it says adjustments to balance running available cash, this is where you'll enter that. So say for instance we have already on hand $726.58. All right, so I'm going to enter that there. And when I did, you'll notice up here at the top where it says available cash, it changed that to that amount. All right, so that's all you need to know right now, is to get your dates updated to how you want them to be for every month. And remember, you only need to change that first date and then decide how many weeks in the month that you want. Do you want 4 weeks or 5 weeks? And if you want 4 weeks, then delete that last week. If you want 5 weeks, then you'll leave it be. Your dates will automatically carry forward. You don't have to change any more dates after you change that first one. All right? And then put in whatever is your starting cash amount that you're starting this with, whatever it is. You enter it right there, and then you'll notice that it'll show up here. That's it for this video. In the next video is where we're going to get into the whole entering the budget numbers and all of that. It will be a bit of a longer video than these last ones have been, so be prepared for that, because we are going to be entering in some budget numbers and talking about how parts of it change and how you can make it customized to the way you want it. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you over in the next one. Bye-bye.